Hey everyone, welcome to another LEGO fan video. It's been a while. I've had college. It's been crazy. I haven't had the time. I'm back. So welcome back. I'm your host, LEGO fan, and today I'm going to be covering part 3 of the Ben 10 villains that appeared in season 4. This one covers Ben for Good Buddy, Ready to Rumble, and Ken 10. So we're going to cover all 3 of those episodes, all the villains that are in them. And of course, the way I work this is I have a set of villains. So you have 10 seconds to decide so I'm going to reveal the name. You have 10 seconds to decide which of the villains it is. And then when we reach the last one, you have 10 seconds to decide what its name actually is. So I describe their first line, if they have one, their species, their first appearance, their powers, and their weaknesses, if any. So, today's villains are these guys. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's get started with our first villain. Before I go, subscribe, like, and ring the bell to get notified of my next videos if you like them. Of course, you can catch up on all the Ben 10 stuff on my Ben 10 playlist. And now, let's begin with our first villain of Sploot. It doesn't have a first line. So, of these, which one is Sploot? 10 seconds, good luck. So, Sploot is this one right here. It is unknown what his species is. I've heard that he's like a mistake that happened in the city, like Tennyson City. But it's still unknown what it is. It's clearly like maybe a mix of some of Goop's species. His first appearance was Ken 10, where he fought a brief battle with Ben 10,000 and then was sent to the Null Void off screen. It also fought Ken 10, but he was quickly taken out after getting stuck in its slime. Then Ben 10,000 stepped in, did a little brief fight with him, transformed into Heat Blast, and just sent him back into a Null Void container. So, its main powers is that it can regenerate. It has both enhanced durability and strength, as well as the ability to increase its size. It can also shoot goo, which is also somewhat sticky as well. And it can move its rocks inside him. By that, I mean this part here, so that way he doesn't accidentally launch his head. Because that would be really bad. Then it's like, oh look, I got the head. Crush. So like a Mortal Kombat defeat where it's like you have the head in the hand. Defeated. And he's also very elastic. But we don't really get a weakness per se for him. The only weakness that I could find is that his goo is flammable. As seen when he was tossing goo at Heat Blast, he was easily able to extinguish it. But that's the only main weakness. I didn't find any mental weaknesses or anything. He doesn't make a reappearance, so he's gone for good. Our next villain is named after one of the people that works on Ben 10, Tom Perkins. Because if you spell his name backwards, it reads Tom Perkins. And that villain is montsnick. I wish I could make up that name. Also, no first line. So, which one of them is montsnick? Or however you pronounce it. 10 seconds, good luck. So, montsnick is this guy right here. Again, I don't know what his species is. I would assume he may be a part Tetraman or subspecies of Tetraman because he has that sort of look to him. But maybe instead his 4 arms combined into his 2 arms, hence why his arms are so bulked up. I don't know. Like a mutated forearms. Wow, that is a horrifying thought. So another minor villain that appeared in Ken 10 only made a bit more time than Sploot over here, as he actually did participate in a fight with both Ken 10 and Ben 10,000. So Ben 10,000 fought him until he got knocked away. Then Ken 10 took over once Spitter spat his goo out, electrocuted him. And he was about to do it again, only Ben 10,000 stepped in as Arctic One and froze him, and then was sent to the null void off screen. Much to Ken's annoyance because he wanted to take him out. So the only main powers that we get to see of him is that he has enhanced strength and durability. By fact checking on Wiki, I also noted that he has sharp teeth. So I again giving credit to Ben 10 Wiki as well as watch cartoons online. Yeah. Because they both play a vital role in this, with Ben 10 Wiki being my fact checker and the watch cartoons online being where I'm getting these first lines. So his weaknesses is that he can't stand electricity. He can be easily electrocuted. And he's also not strong enough to break out of ice. Those are the only 2 characters that we have today that don't have any first lines. Now we're going to get into some characters that do have first lines. Starting with one of the least favorite episodes of Ben for Good Buddy. The first one being Barron Highway, whose first line is,
"This is a Barron. Move that piece of junk in front of us so we can get what we came for."
Of these guys, which one is Barron Highway? 10 seconds, good luck. Barron Highway is this guy right here. So, he's the human who first appeared in Ben for Good Buddy, being the leader of the main antagonist of the episode, the Road Crew, symbolized by the skull and cross wrenches. So, they are a bunch of highwaymen, women, who steal cars and then abandon their riders out on the road somewhere. And his main objective in the episode was to blow up this new highway that's coming in that was going to leave them essentially jobless. So in order to do that, he decided to hijack the rust bucket and take it out for a spin, get some upgrades, and then steal a missile and launch it at the new highway. When that failed due to the rust bucket's quirks, he decided to just ram the rust bucket in, but that also failed, and he was busted and was strapped into an ejector seat and launched. It is unknown what happened to him at the end of the episode. Probably still flying up there. Or he probably parachuted down and got arrested. So he's the leader of the road crew, composed of both Road Rage and Turbine, who we're going to get to. He also has a souped up monster truck and can drive really well. He's also a good mechanic and owns a warehouse in the episode where they can trick out their stolen vehicles. He also maintains radio contact with his crew and is somewhat smart. As shown in the episode, he mentioned that he has 3rd grade intelligence, so at least he's kind of smart. Because he mentioned in the episode, I didn't pass the 3rd grade for nothing. However, like Lagrange, if you guys don't know Lagrange, he's one of the reboot villains. He's a Formula 1 racer that races on road courses. Not a Formula 1 racer, but he's like an expert racer. But like him in the reboot, he's useless without his vehicle. Without the vehicle, he's pretty much like a big fat dude that's just wandering around on the road. He's also not terribly smart and is slow, and he can be single-minded and often can resort to desperate moves. From Barron Highway to the next guy to his and man, that being Road Rage. Road Rage's first line is this.
You're mine.
So, of these guys, which one is Road Rage? 10 seconds, good luck. Road Rage is this guy right here. He's a human who also first appeared in Ben for Good Buddy. He's the third in command of the road crew who helped Barron in his plan to blow up the highway, but he failed and was knocked out by Shelby at the end of the episode by head slam, and probably was arrested at the end of the episode, and this was after his car was flipped over. So yeah, he pretty much had the same experiences as Barron. He's also the one that helped lift the missile into the rust bucket. And had a little bout with Upgrade with Turbine, who we're gonna get to. So yeah, other than that, he really had the same experiences. So he's an expert driver and has a souped up pickup truck like his boss. He also maintains radio contact with the crew. Crew is loyal to Barron, and his main weapon is a tow chain, which, granted, is definitely very, very not good. That's not the thing you want to be whacked by. He's also a good mechanic, has a hammer, and is equipped with a parachute. However, he's the dumbest of the crew, and is weak without his car, like his boss. Finally, we're going to get to our final person of the road crew, and that is Turbine, whose first line is this.
You can count on me, boss.
Of the remaining ones, which one is Turbine? 10 seconds, good luck. Turbine is this person right here. So she's a human who first appeared in Band for Goodbye, the second in command of the road crew, and aided Barron Highway in his goals of blowing up the highway. Had the same exact experience as Road Rage with her bout with Upgrade on the train, but eventually she failed and crashed into an Obey the Laws billboard, which is ironic. But she wasn't done yet and jumped onto Lawrence's RV. She tried to take out Ben after her leader was captured. However, she failed and was weighed down by Gwen and presumably arrested at the end of the episode. So like her boss, she also has a tricked out car, only this one's a muscle car. And she has spikes equipped on the hubcaps. I probably should also note that Barron Highway's monster truck also can jump high. She's an expert driver and maintains radio contact with the crew, as well as being loyal to Barron. She also has a screw gun that can shoot screws. I don't know the specific name of it, but you know, like they do in pit stops where they have that to remove like the screws on the wheels, it's that. She also has a wrench, as you can see in the picture, which is pretty powerful because she is strong, as shown when she literally broke a workbench in half with that wrench. She's also agile, is a good mechanic, has knowledge on cars and how they work, able to guess the top speed of the rust bucket. She also has a jack and parachute. However, she's weak without her car, which is vulnerable to electricity. I know, that episode doesn't get a lot of hype, but I still think it's a good episode. One of my favorites, but not the best episode ever. Now, let's get into a villain that only appeared at pretty much the end of the episode. With all of these villains, they only appeared at the end of the episode. for that big final battle before the episode ended on a very positive note. Starting with the main antagonist of the episode Ready to Rumble, Mr. Beck, whose first line is this. Wait a little bit. This is all his goons popping out.
Looking for someone? What a disappointment you boys turned out to be. I really thought you were gonna get me that money.
They did.
So, of the remaining ones, which one is Mr. Beck? 10 seconds, good luck. This one is Mr. Beck. He's a human who first appeared in Ready to Rumble, where he served as the main antagonist of the episode, winning the $10,000 prize money of the bout that was happening in the episode. The bout with all of the mutants, like there was one that was a Cyclops, there was one with a Crab Claw, he also got Gator Boy, Porcupine, and Forearms. And he wanted that money in exchange for her mother's freedom, Gator Boy and Porcupine's mother's freedom. But he activated the mill anyway, even after getting the money. But eventually was defeated by Ditto and arrested after the fight. So he can activate certain aspects of the sawmill shown in the episode. In fact, that trigger right there is the one that triggered the sawmill to be activated. He's also very strong and can use his cane as a weapon. He also has goons, which are either equipped with a chain or a pipe. However, you can use his size against him like a pro wrestler, and he also has slow reactions. You can sort of picture him as a weaker version of Kingpin. That's pretty much what he is, a weaker version of Kingpin. And now from a very weak villain to one of the most powerful villains, future Kevin Levin. His first line being this. Just wait a second. That was his first line. So, of the remaining ones, which one is future Kevin Levin? 10 seconds, good luck. So, future Kevin Levin is this guy right here. Yes, I do know about the other one. He's a human / Osmosian who first appeared in the episode Ken 10, being the main antagonist of the episode after his son, Devlin, managed to free him from the Null Void. He was able to quickly capture Ken and Max before Ben showed up, to which he transformed into his mutated form of Kevin 11,000. After the brutal beatdown of Kevin 11,000, he was taken back to the Null Void after being betrayed by his son, Devlin, and was sent to the Null Void. He has enhanced speed and durability, is also very agile, very strong, able to mutate to Kevin 11,000, and is smart. However, he's dead set on getting revenge on Ben to the point where he tossed his own son aside in order to get to him, which ultimately led to his defeat, because Devlin took that as a sign of, like, you don't care about me anymore. And ultimately led to his defeat of having the cancer tossed under his feet by his own son, Devlin 11. And now, for our final one, we have this guy. I would play his first line, but he announces his name in the first line. So you have 10 seconds to decide who this character is. Good luck. So this character...
10,000 meets
Kevin
Kevin 11,000.
11,000, future Kevin 11's mutated form. His species, well, there's 11,000 species in there, so I'm not going to list them all here unless you want me to be here for 2 million years. But you can tell I have some Pyrenites, some some Tetraman, some Lepidopterans, some Vulpamancers, some No Guardians, some Galvanic Mechamorph. You can see a lot of species in here. But those are the ones that I can tell just based on looks alone. So, he first appeared in Ken 10 after being mutated to him by Kevin Levin. He's the mutated form. And after being mutated, he started fighting Ben 10,000 and almost beat him if Kevin had gotten into the... and managed to beat him as forearms. Then afterwards, they got sent down into the city and crashed into a crater. To which Ken stepped in as Grey Matter, saying, "Look, you don't have to do this." And started beating down on him as well. However, Ken was also defeated and was knocked aside, as well as his son Devlin. Ben 10,000 went full on rage mode and switched into way big and pounded on Kevin 11,000. Which honestly is one of my favorite scenes in the original series. Where Way Big just pounds on him like, "How dare you!" And just pounds on him. So, the main powers of future Kevin Levin's mutate form, Kevin 11,000, is he has tentacles, clearly. He also has enhanced strength and durability. He can fly, he can shoot electricity. He is huge and has a sonic howl. However, his size can make him an easy target. Like Kevin, he's dead set on getting revenge, and he is weak to electricity. And with that, we conclude this video. The next time, we're going to cover the villains that first appeared in Ben 10 versus the Negative 10 Part 1 and 2, as well as Goodbye and Good Riddance. We only have one new villain in that case, and all the rest are returned from mostly Season 1. So, see you guys then. So long.